What is up, guys? How's it going? It is Uncle Bob, and welcome to the channel. Welcome back. We are here for another episode of Final Fantasy 3, where we're trying to do some shuriken collecting. And not gonna lie, these are a lot of money. These are a lot of money. These are 65,000 a pop. I grinded an entire episode last time, and I don't even have the money to buy 3 more. So yeah, collecting money in here is pretty brutal. But how's everyone doing? Hopefully everyone's enjoying their Friday. It's payday. That's the best time. That's the best day of the week. Nothing like a little payday. Oh, always with the ambushery. Yeah, welcome back, guys. Yeah, I think... See, I want to have, 22. I feel like that should be good enough. Because I don't know how many more dungeons I have till we're out of this game. But dang, I definitely want to make sure that I have enough for at least, the final boss. Finally. Alright, let's cure old boy's blindness. Yeah, I'm a little tired today. I wanted to record like an hour ago, but had a friend who was needing to talk because they was not doing so good, and it was kind of a bummer. But basically just 2 friends of mine ending their relationship, and the 2 of them have been friends for maybe in the last few years a little bit less, but they have been friends for about 20 years. And things were just not working out as friends, unfortunately, after that long. Which, over the last few years, their friendship had been kind of on and off. So it probably was not the most surprising thing for anyone. And it sucks because, they're both my friends, and the one friend who was, wanting to talk to me about it, there's quite a few of things that she was telling me, and I'm just like, I don't necessarily agree with that. And not just because the other group, one of them is my friends as well. I'm known as being the, I'm usually known for being a, the talker of the groups. I'm usually the mediator, so, I'm good at finding, both sides in a reasonable way when there's really both sides to be argued. Sometimes there are no valid both sides of politics. Sometimes there is. So I feel like I gave natural, pushback that was hopefully at least some kind of somewhat insightful to my friend. Grab my phone. How many of these do I get? Oh, wait, no, that's going the other way. Okay, so the ninja is immune to being sent on a time warp. Damn. Kill you while doing 26 damage. No, Refia is not whose shit I need. I need Pingus. Who the fuck is this Tingus Pingus? There we go. All right. So wait, would the break spell work? Because it's... shattered. All right, well, if we can do that every turn... Their sprites kind of look terrifying a little bit when it does that. Ooh, even in the back row. Ooh. Yeah, I talked about it the other day, but I didn't really get to talk too much about it. Bro, I saw the first 3 episodes of Dragon Ball Daima in English earlier in the week when it released in theaters. For like that little 3-day thing that it did. Bruh, I was so happy. Not just because of the way, one sec. Alright, my bad. But no, I loved them. And, you know, I couldn't help but, you know, I haven't heard much about it anymore since, because I also have not been keeping up with what dumb people say, because dumb people are dumb. But, you know, I was seeing a bunch of people basically saying that, you know, oh man, Dragon Ball Daima is just Dragon Ball GT 2.0. Anybody who says that has not watched Dragon Ball GT. I've talked about this in other videos, probably during this very playthrough. Not very long ago, I watched through all of the Dragon Ball shows, all of them. And that includes GT. And, you know, when Super was out, you know, I remember people saying this about Dragon Ball Super, about how, oh, it's a cash grab, and all this or that. And, you know, there's definitely, obviously, business aspects and truths to that. Like, you know, it's not like anything in a big corporation like that, you know, like Funimation. None of these things are made without the intention of it turning a profit. There is always going to be there's always going to be a little bit of, you know, doing it for the money. Like, obviously. But Dragon Ball GT was a literal cash grab. Like, its main reason for existing was the fact that Dragon Ball had been on Japanese television at that point for, at very least, let's think, 153, 290... for nearly 10 years. Maybe about 10 if you include, like, you know, I forgot. I'm thinking of, like, raw numbers, you know, 52 weeks, 52 episodes. I forgot that you're going to have, you know, breaks and holidays and stuff like that. So, you know, about 10 years Dragon Ball had been on the air. So I get why the company needed Dragon Ball. But Dragon Ball GT feels like that. Super? It just doesn't. The amount, even when I was watching it, like, not as the movie, just watching it as the anime. So, you know, everybody remembers the memes of how those, how Dragon Ball Super started. I mean, hell, up until, like, the end of the Goku Black arc, it felt like, for the most part, it felt like Dragon Ball, and I think this is pretty much confirmed, that for a good majority of its run, people and fans were basically just being given rough drafts of the show, and, you know, that's what was being presented to people as the final product. I mean, episode 5 of Dragon Ball Super is the one where Beerus fights Goku on King Kai's planet. An episode that is notorious for looking terrible. And oh, okay, so it doesn't heal. It's not like it needs to, because I can just, you know, bow. And bow. And now we're all good. One more time. I like that MP to be perfect. I can just about buy 4 fucking things. That's amazing. It is a little bit better when we're just casting a break spell on this fuck. Let's see what happens if I cast the lower level break spell. Okay, so it's not nearly as effective, but it does okay. Okay. I can settle for that. But yeah, even when Dragon Ball Super looked its worst, it never felt like it was a cash grab in the way that GT was. It just wasn't. You know, it wasn't like, its reason for existing isn't even the same. You know, Dragon Ball Super aired because, you know, Toriyama started making movies again, and there was the vibes for it, and they went and they made a new Dragon Ball show. That's completely different than, well, we've had Dragon Ball on TV for this many years, we need more Dragon Ball. Which is what GT was all about. And you can feel how the two shows were different. Even when there were a lot of moments where you could argue that Super still looked worse than GT. It was still a better show. And those first 3 episodes of Daima feels nothing like GT. Feels nothing like GT. GT doesn't even deserve to be mentioned in the same sentence as Dragon Ball Daima when it comes to this regard. And compared to most people out there, I'm a GT simp. for most people. I will always be the one arguing that GT was not as bad as people made it out to be. But we're not going to sit here and pretend that just because they were turned into kids, that makes all else equal, because they're not. Dragon Ball Super, you can feel, is the first time, honestly, to me, a Dragon Ball show has felt love. Maybe since around Super started the Tournament of Power. Like the actual Tournament of Power. Maybe a bit of the lead up to the Tournament of Power as well. Because one of the things that I love is the old school classic Dragon Ball charm from the original show. The original Dragon Ball is still my favorite part of the show. And like it's not even close still. There's just something that the original Dragon Ball offers me. It's just a feeling, it's just a vibe. It feels better to me. And Daima tries to reach for those kinds of vibes again. Like, even the villain is like he's not a Pilaf clone, but he kind of fits the same archetype of, like, an anime, a literal little ruler who's got, kind of a seemingly inferiority complex and, a little goofy. These guys are great. My two heavy hitters can clear them out in one shot. And they give me a little bit more than 1% of my final goal. See what I'm talking about? Delectable. When I just saw the way that Dragon Ball Daima was looking, the first episode is longer than any other Dragon Ball episode, because there's like 10 seconds. There's like 10 minutes of it that's all just dedicated to, like, showing the villains, but it's like also showing like snapshots of, epic moments from the original. Were there any Dragon Ball moments, or was it all Dragon Ball Z? Maybe it was just Dragon Ball Z. I don't remember anymore. I was in too much awe and too giddy to, like, really pay attention that hard. But you saw a lot of the classic big epic Dragon Ball moments all in this new animation style, and to see Dragon Ball look like this after Dragon Ball Super, it blows it out of the water. I would not doubt even if it's only 20 episodes, like it was said to be. For 20 episodes, for its worth, I think 20 episodes of Daima will give me more than 131 of Super gave me. And I enjoyed Super. I enjoyed it. But this just feels different. It feels like there's proper love for Dragon Ball for the first time since Z. GT was too cash grabby, and Super, I don't know why or what, but something possessed the corporate body to be like, nah, we don't need to actually, like, make these episodes look good. These jackasses will watch anything. It's Dragon Ball. Which, to a certain extent, is true. Losers like me did keep watching it. But boy, oh boy, were we vocal about it, because it was bad. It was bad, and it looked bad. cute. We should just go straight to the break 2s. Quit playing with the break 1s. Still sometimes taking us 2 turns. No reason when I can just have this guy gone in 1. Epic. And I see so much hate for it that it's like, to me, it has to be being done by people who either don't really care what Dragon Ball as a franchise is about, or what. Like, I don't know. Because I know there's a lot of people that are like, their mind is poised to think that Dragon Ball Z is Goku versus Frieza, the Trunks saga through the Cell game saga, and then Goku versus Majin Vegeta. Like, and what I mean by that's all they think Dragon Ball is, like, a lot of people, like, that's what Dragon Ball is all about to them. And, you know, everybody can get what they want out of the show. You know, the show doesn't have to be the same thing to everybody. Obviously, that's not how anything works. But you do have to take the artist's intention into your viewing of any art piece. Like, you have to. That's the only way that it works. You have to make sure that there's some sort of foundation you have for why you feel about something. And, you know, obviously it's art. I guess you don't need to have these things. But to me, if you're going to be somebody who's out there critiquing things and critiquing them in any sort of really valid way, you should... part of the equation should be the artist's intention. You know, just like most people were upset that for the most part... hold on. Oh, wait, never mind. I thought my ex was going to come up and talk to me. Because I've talked about it. Obviously, her and her posse still live in the garage. Which, you know, me and her are cool. It's not like it's weird. But, no, a lot of people just have this false idea that, you know, the pure male power fantasy, as lame as that is to say, is the extent of what Dragon Ball is meant to be. And, like, you look at even the art style that everybody wants. Everyone's like, I wish Dragon Ball, looked like Goku versus Majin Vegeta. That look only really existed for a very short period of time. And let me look at something real quick. Goku versus Majin Vegeta manga panel. And see, the thing is like, when I look at certain manga panels of that fight, like, I'm just looking at them right now. Yes, Goku and Vegeta are definitely bulkier in than they normally were. Like, that is true. But I don't know, even in the manga, like, you can tell the muscles are there, but it's like, I feel like the anime made the muscles a little more, like, just a bit more over the top. And, like, but even still, even if it looked exactly the same, that art style that Toriyama used was only around for a very little part of his, you know, his whole artistic career. You look at all of the, you know, the video games he did art for, you know, before and after. You know, people were mad that Dragon Ball Daima looks the way that it looks. But yet, like, if you look at, you know, Dragon Quest and all of that, you know, that's what his art style has looked like and has been trending towards. Like, everything has, you know, people have more slim, slender bodies. There's not an abundance of fucking bulk for no reason. But I loved everything about it. The humor I loved. Shenron was pretty hilarious. Where, you know, people tried gathering up the Dragon Balls, and he was like, well, I don't know you, so new buyer's tax, you only get one wish. And just like doing little things that for some reason just like really made me laugh, and just I found probably more enjoyable than I should. Goku as a kid again was just hilarious. Seeing him grab his power pole again was great. I wonder how many of the other characters we're going to get to see, you know, doing something. You know, I'm not expecting a whole lot out of a whole lot of people. But I would like there to be, you know, I would like there to be, you know, at very least, I want to see Vegeta and Piccolo do something. My biggest dream come true, and this would make so many people mad, but it would make me happy, not just because of what I've already seen in 3 episodes of Daima, but just because it would make so many people mad, so therefore it would make me even happier. I predicted, because there was something at some point came out saying that, was talking about the Dragon Ball Daima trailer, and it said on it, Season 1. And I had already been predicting that, because they were vague with how long Daima was supposed to be. They're like, you know, they said 20 episodes, but there wasn't like an entire like amount of finality to what they said the length of these, of the show was going to be. So I'm hoping that there's more to it, and that the first 20 episodes are going to end up on a cliffhanger. And from there, it's going to be a second season. Because a second season of Daima would make me happy. Especially because when I said that, a whole bunch of people were like, no, nuh-uh, that's stupid. Why would they do that? And it's like, bro, because it looks like old school Dragon Ball. And right now, that looks fire. That's exactly what I want. But a lot of times the things that I want and the things that the main fandom wants are almost never in alignment. And that's the same whether it comes to music, TV shows. Such a broken spell. I do kind of want to get 39. Yeah, I'll be done once I do that. Because that'll be enough for 6. I wanted 10 more, so that means the next video I should be able to get 10 and... or finish getting the 10 with the last 4. And then we should be good after that. We should be solid. Watching the HP climb higher and higher just through the same episode. Please just cure Pingus. But no, it was definitely worth the $15 to watch. And I obviously know there's more episodes, but they're all in sub, and if I'm gonna watch sub, it's not gonna be till after dub, because I can't But like the animation quality of Daima is basically what Super's was at the very end when they were all making their final push against Jiren. Like, that's awesome. To have Dragon Ball just look like that for episode after episode, especially when, you know, I'm sitting in movie theaters, but I'm having to remind myself, like, yo, this is not a movie. This is going to be a TV show. This is going to be on Netflix. I mean, obviously it's airing on Crunchyroll first, but I already see it up on Netflix. It's like, it is a bona fide television show. And that's the crazy part to me, is that it's a show. Really shows me how desensitized I got to Super, because I got so used to Super looking like dog water. Even some of the bigger moments with a lot of like Goku versus Kefla and shit, it just didn't look right a lot of the times. And it's not like it was bad. It got better. But boy, oh boy. Boy, oh boy. But yeah, just even a lot of like I would even call them secondary characters, like the background characters even have this just air of Dragon Ball-ness to them. Like there's like these warp heads that go to the demon world that just look like giant fish. And, you know, they just open portals, and like they open their mouth, you go inside, you go in a portal or whatever. And just like the way that it talks, the way that it acts, like it feels like it's something that would have been in the original Dragon Ball, just newer. That's the only difference. Well, let's get that. Yeah, one more battle. We're not going to buy the... No. We're not going to buy the shurikens this time. I'll buy all 10 of them next time. 22 is just going to have to be enough. I'm just going to have to basically not use them until the final battle. And then I'm going to unleash all of them and fuck up everything. It'll be a good strategy. I see it. I see it coming. Shatter. Cool. 260,000 left, and we're good. We will have everything that we need to buy those 10 more shurikens, and yeah, we'll be set from there. So, yeah, you should definitely watch Dragon Ball Daima. Don't listen to all the haters. Dragon Ball Daima is awesome. That's all you gotta know. So, yeah, till next time, guys. Peace.